What's up, Arsenal crew? We are going to go over how to make Mamba into a zone 2 workout. So, anytime that we have a longer duration conditioning focused workout, you're going to see that the ideal intensity is going to be at our base, right? Which we know is 60 to 70% of our max heart rate, because we also know that that is the ideal place for our body to utilize fat as fuel, right? When we're talking about fat as fuel, we're talking about dietary fat and body fat. So if you're into the heart rate training and you want to make your body more efficient at utilizing the fat that you have for energy rather than having to tap into glucose or carbohydrates, you're going to want to stay under 70% of your max heart rate. Okay. We have to think of this like a light switch. All right. When we're under 70%, we're good. That's right about where our body's going to continue to utilize fat for fuel. Small, tiny spikes above 70% of our max heart rate, it's you're more than likely going to be all right. But once we go up there and we really start spiking in like 75, 80%, and we stay there, what happens is our body starts to use glucose or carbohydrates because it's just easier, right? It's a more readily available form of energy, and it's not going to go back to utilizing fat for fuel for the duration of the workout nor after the workout. So if teaching your body to utilize fat for fuel is something you are interested in, this is a workout where you're going to want to keep your max heart rate under 70%, all right between 60 and 70%. Ideally, you'll be at 65, right in the middle, and that gives you a little bit of wiggle room should you spike up at all. When we look at these workouts, all right, we have to have a mindset shift change from how many rounds and reps should I be getting or how fast should I finish it in, to making this a time-based workout, right? So rather than approaching this as a 24-minute AMRAP and saying, okay, how many rounds and reps can I get? The 48 sit-ups, 24 cal bikes, 48 up downs, and 24 hollow rocks. We're going to just assign a time domain for each of these movements. So if you're going to do Mamba as a zone 2 workout, what you'll do is you'll start and you'll do 2 minutes of sit-ups, right? Trying to find a pace at which you can stay under 70%. Once 2 minutes is up, you'll move to the bike. Same thing, 2 minutes on the bike, trying to find a pace at which you'll be staying at below 70%, then 2 minutes for the up downs, and then 1 minute for the hollow rocks. Once you're through the hollow rocks, you'll just go right back to those ab mat sit-ups. Zone 2 training is a lot slower than a lot of us are used to, and that's okay. All right. It's if you're trying to make your body really utilize fat for fuel, you just have to go slower than you think, and it will pay off in the long run. It just feels awkward at first because you feel like you're getting very little, if anything, done. But trust me, you are. So the reason we assign these time slots for each of these movements is we don't want you going at a pace that you're going to end up doing sit-ups for 5 minutes, right? And a bike for 3 to 4 minutes, and then up downs for another 5 minutes. Because that would just be boring and no fun, right? So we can still move through these. You can still get the amount of rounds and reps that somebody would if they were just attacking this workout normally. But rather than looking at it from how many reps am I going to do per movement, you're just going to look at it from a time domain standpoint. So as you're going through those 2 minutes, if you want to count, great. You don't have to, but your RXing of the workout is to do 2 minutes of sit-ups, 2 minutes of bike, 2 minutes of up downs, and 1 minute of the hollow rocks. What you'll find, especially when we start to mix in these different movements with zone 2 training, is that something might spike your heart rate a little bit more than the other. And that's okay, right? It just means that there's something we need to get better at. Maybe we have to backpedal a little. If you try to start the work like sub in the burpees for up downs, you might find that burpees really spike your heart rate. Somebody might find like up downs are spiking their heart rate, and by doing burpees, they can just take an extra breath on the ground and their heart rate stays a little bit lower. So there is a little bit of playing around, a little bit of practice involved with this zone 2. But like I said, if you really stick with it, it will pay off in the long term. So again, with Mamba as a zone 2 workout, don't look at it as I have to get 48 sit-ups and then move on to the 24 cal bike and then move on to the 48 up downs and then the 24 hollow rocks. Break this up into chunks of time, right? 2 minutes on the sit-ups, 2 minutes on the bike, 2 minutes on the up down, 1 minute on the hollow rock, all while doing your best to stay under 70% of your max heart rate. Enjoy it. Let me know if you guys have any questions.